So before we get too far along in this project, I thought I'd talk about synthesizers in general, and in particular the one that I was very interested in was the Moog synthesizer. I think anybody who was interested in electronics and maybe music at the same time, like I was, the Moog synthesizer was just totally amazing. And look at all the wires. I mean, it's like an analog computer, right? With all the patch cords and everything. It was pretty cool, and it just used very simple concepts of electronics to make certain sounds and things. So this is a picture of the Moog synthesizer, and yeah, it's a beast. So we're not going to go that far. So let's go to the Mini Moog. So this is the front panel of the Mini Moog, and I think it's laid out really nice and very easy to understand. So let's go through this kind of from left to right. Controllers are the pitch, make sure it's in tune, and some other things that we'll get to later, but let's kind of ignore that for now. The oscillator bank is what I've just done. I created oscillators 1 and 2, so you can generate various types of waveforms, sine wave, square wave. You can vary the pulse width of the square wave. You can make triangle waves, solid, different shape waves. And so that's what was in the oscillator bank. And then way over to the left also was the noise source, which I generated. So you had 2 oscillators and you had a noise source, so much like the one that I've done so far. And then you have a mixer. So this should look very familiar with the mixer that I just did. It has 3 inputs. You can mix those together and have them go out. Then there's a section for modifiers. We'll get to that a little bit later. And I actually, honestly, I don't quite understand all of these and stuff. There's basically 2 things. One in here. One is a filter that changes the sound of the oscillators, and the others are contours. So there's going to be frequency contours and there's going to be loudness contours, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But let's take a look at a block diagram of the Mini Moog. It's not drawn very well, but it does show it has 3 oscillators. It has a noise source. It actually has a microphone input as well. So you could run voice through the synthesizer and modify the sound of your voice. So that's pretty cool. And then it goes into a mixer, and then it goes into the modifiers. So there's a voltage controlled filter and a voltage controlled amplifier. So voltage controlled filter, we'll have to get to it at a later time. I don't quite understand them yet, but voltage controlled amplifiers we can talk a little bit about. That's a pretty easy concept. Now this is basically going to be an electronically controlled volume knob. Okay, so here's kind of a concept. When you hit a key on a keyboard, you're going to have an attack, and so the amplitude is going to go up, and then it's going to die back a little bit, and as you hold the key down on the keyboard, that tone will sustain, and then when you let go of the key, it will release. So you need to be able to generate some type of arbitrary waveform generator that has a kind of a something that looks something like this, where you have an attack, a decay, and a sustain. So we can use capacitors to do attack and release, and then DC voltages to do sustain. And then you need to add those in combination to make this envelope generator. But that's why we need the voltage-controlled amplifier. And that will be my very next project, is to work on a voltage-controlled amplifier that we can use. And the output is just goes to amplifier or headphones or whatever. Just for reference, here's another real simple synthesizer that Music from Outer Space did. This is their ultimate synthesizer. I believe it's available as a kit. It has this one has 3 VCOs, a mixer, some envelope things, the voltage controlled filter, voltage controlled amplifier. So all synthesizers are basically the same thing, right? They're all kind of like this. Now, this one also shows a good section for the low frequency oscillator. So in addition to the oscillators that create the sound, you need really low frequencies that could add things that would be something on like a vibrato. So if you sing or play a note that's just constant, it doesn't sound very nice. But if you kind of warble it up and down a little bit, you change the amplitude up and down a little bit, or you change the frequency side to side a little bit, it makes it sound much nicer. And the frequencies of modulation for the vibrato or the warbling or whatever are really low frequencies. They're kind of almost sub-audible frequencies that you use to modulate the audible frequencies. And so there's also some low frequency oscillators, but they're just oscillators, so those are easy to design. And here's a picture just kind of showing you how easy this is. Sort of, if you have a pitch, you're going to have certain tones. You'll have some type of low frequency oscillator, and then if you add them together, then you can modulate the intensity or the volume of the signal with the low frequency and get a little bit of vibrato or tremolo or whatever you want to call it on the signal, and get a waveform something like this. So anyway, there you go. I think we'll hopefully get something that's close to a mini Moog when we're done. That's my goal. And to have it all on one little PC board and be able to play with it. It's not going to be as nice as this. I might not even put in a keyboard. Might eventually think about making a MIDI interface so you can actually just control this and have it modify the sounds and stuff. But I haven't really thought through everything. I just want to start working on it and see where it goes.